Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. 5 3-minute rounds to decide the amateur lightweight championship. Fighting out of the blue corner, this mixed martial artist has a perfect record, 3 wins, no defeats. He represents Fighting Fit Manchester. Ladies and gentlemen, Taha Chouiba! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is the reigning, defending UK Fighting Championships amateur lightweight champion. He has a record of 10 wins, 2 defeats. He represents the Northwest Fight Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Morris! And our referee for this final bout, Mr. Paul Crossley.
Main event here at UKFC 24, Northwest Fight Academy's Chris Morris in the red corner, 10-2, defending champion, taking on Taha Chouiba from Fighting Fit Manchester in the blue corner, white trunks. Chouiba undefeated at 3-0. Some great performance here on UKFC to earn this shot. Obviously Morris, one of the mainstays.
Yeah, hugely experienced amateur, 10-2 record. Again, the coaches have never given him an easy fight, so this kid has had to learn as he goes.
Yeah, Chouiba looking sharp to start with, good striking.
But that's what we're used to seeing from him. Whoa.
Nice body kicks. And I mean, you have got to be wary throwing the body kicks against a guy like Morris who loves to wrestle. But if you're mixing them, interspersing them with the rest of your shots.
He's already starting to mark up the midsection.
Yeah, and a couple of right hands marking up the face as well. So a strong start from the challenger.
Yeah, he's using his range and movement at the moment really well.
And this is longer than we normally see Morris strike, to be fair.
Yeah, by this point he's...
Yeah, normally on top of somebody beating him up.
Done
and
that.
There's the shot. Good job to rip up the chin there from Chouiba, but Morris is never deterred that easily.
No, he's got his hands clasped together under the hips, and is he gonna lace the legs up?
And this will be exactly what the Fighting Fit camp will have been working on all the while knowing about this.
Without question, you just have to look. You just have to look at 1 or 2 of Chris Morris' fights, and you know that he's going to use the striking to set up the takedowns.
You see Chouiba, and it's a bit of a ploy to the referee to sort of say, oh yeah, look, he's not doing anything, but you know, focus your energies on getting up.
Yeah.
You know, doing what you can do.
And I would suggest that you're probably not going to pull the wool over the eyes of Mr. Paul Crossley. He's been there, seen it, done it. But this is the kind of work you expect to see from Chris Morris.
Yeah, but start of the round, first minute, Chouiba winning the striking, sharp strikes, landed good shots to the body, some nice punches as well, then big kicks. Morris has the takedown, but has he done anything with it yet?
I do love the fact that you pointed out, he does keep looking at the referee like, come on, man, this is nothing happening here. But Morris continuing to work. And this is what if you're an opponent of Chris Morris, what you have to expect is 15 minutes of this kind of pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Morris, for me, has to put a stamp on this by landing some ground and pound or get into a dominant position. He hasn't done either of those things yet. And, you know, in terms of effective striking,
and lots chipping away at the body.
Has Chouiba edged ahead with the first minute?
Perhaps.
And if he works his way back up and can break again, we're close to the end of the round.
Good body shot there. Oh, and a nice knee. Oh, right on the...
Woo. I think there's a case to be made. You know, the unified rules got overhauled for these kind of reasons.
Yeah.
You know, and Chris, really strong wrestler, always does this. You know, if he gets the chance, he will advance his position and he'll ground and pound. But he didn't get the chance there because Chouiba was doing the right things. And given the weight of the first minute with the strikes, where he was ahead, did he do enough to overturn that? That's why we employ judges.
Well, that's right. That's what they're here for, to make those hard, wise decisions that I'm probably not capable of making.
And he, you know, I know it sometimes seems like counter to, oh well, he spent 2 minutes on top, but it's not just about the time, it's what you do with the time.
it. Well, see if the second round progresses like the first. You'd think that the fighting fit man, fighting out of the blue corner, the white shorts, Taha Chouiba, probably wants to keep it at range again for a little bit.
Yeah, nice high kick from Chouiba.
Whereas Chris Morris, the current champion,
almost hit a nice Harai Goshi there. Might be able to get on top like Chouiba, but got a mad position here. Nice hook, just keeping Chouiba in there from Morris, and he gets out to the back. Oh, is it? And ends up in the mount on the scramble. Good work.
And I'm not sure Chouiba did too much wrong there either. It was just the will of Morris to...
Yeah, game of millimeters there really, and you know, slight shifts of weight and momentum. That could have been the other way against somebody else. That might have been Chouiba on top, but against Morris, strong, heavy hips.
He's got some time to work. He's got Chouiba's head stuffed up into the cage. He's chipping away at the body, but he wants to get a bit of posture here. Oh.
Yeah, Chouiba twisting and turning, trying to find a way out.
But he was either going to give up his back or decides the better option is the mount here. But again, Morris has to do work in these positions.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're in a different scenario once you've passed to a really dominant position like mount and you're chipping away with your strikes. Obviously, you're talking about a completely different ball game too, like on top in guards where you've not really got anybody pinned, not really throwing any strikes. You know, this is a much better position for Morris.
Still a little bit of time left in the round, not much, but again, no quit at all in Chouiba, but has he ended up in a...
Yeah, he's got the arm trapped across his body, eating a couple of big shots.
So has to turn again and allow Morris to mount. Rolls again. Morris both one hook in. Has he got a body triangle?
Yeah, he's got a body triangle. Yeah, hard to tell actually, but he might have that left arm under the neck. That choke could be on. They're facing down to the mat, so it's hard to see, but that might be on there.
And there's the tap! Chris Morris moves to 11-2 and defends his title.
Brilliant second round from Chris Morris, really dialed up the heat.
Felt him out in the first round. And again, Chouiba gave him lots of questions to answer. Morris manages to answer them.
Brilliant performance from Chris Morris. Moves to 11-2 and retains his title in style. Who knows what's next for him here at UKFC. We'll sign us off there. Been a great event, some fantastic finishes and fights. Let's go to Steve in the cage to make this decision in our main event official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes and 15 seconds of round number 2. By way of submission, rear naked choke, your winner, and still UK Fighting Championships Amateur Lightweight Champion, Chris Morris. And ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for a game opponent, Taha Chouiba. I'm standing here with the winner and still champion, Chris Morris. 11-2 now. I don't want to age you because you're still a very young man, but how much longer are you going to be within the amateur ranks? How long before you go pro?
I've got one more fight in December on the next UKFC, and then I'll be going pro next year.
Taha Chouiba he came in 3-0. That first round, it looked like he was making you work and figure out the problems. Was it as hard a first round as it looked?
I knew he was going to come out sharp. I misjudged some the distance, especially with the striking, which made it more difficult. But once I got hold of him, I was confident I could take it.
In the second round, I mean, again, you just kind of rolled through the gears, and that's what we're used to see you doing. I'm going to ask you a question I'm afraid you're going to find hard to answer. How good are you? How good are you going to be?
World champion, that's a guarantee. I can guarantee, it's only a matter of time, lads. Only a matter of time. Put your faith in me, gents, and I'll take it somewhere, trust me.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause for a future world champion, Chris Morris.